4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to the second and final review of the week. We have this time up Octahedron. So, for those who don't know, Octahedron is a eight-sided, three-dimensional shape.
Mhm.
It is also the head of your avatar in this game.
Yeah, the
Funny how that
opening to
works
this
out.
game is super trippy.
Yeah, I'm not going to show it because of all the flashing lights and shit.
Yeah, this game has a different kind of warning than the last one. This game has an epilepsy warning, and it for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically whose woods these are. I think I know. It looks like there's a disco out here. I found an octahedron. I touched it. My head turned into an octahedron, and I got sucked through a hole in the ground.
You know, just a casual Friday night.
And now we're in disco space.
Yeah. And now you're doing platforming at the discotheque.
Yep.
Yeah. So we did an interview about this game with the creator a few weeks back. And you can look through our archives to find that. Anyway, this game is a relative rarity on the indie circuit. It's a platformer, and sure, those are dime a dozen, but it's a, I guess for lack of a better term, a pure platformer. That is to say, the platforming is the point.
Yeah, there aren't enemies in this game except such as to make the platforming harder, such as little spidery things that crawl around blocks and make it you not able to stay on the block for long, or little jellyfish things that jump up under you.
Right. And it's a lot like, well, the closest comparison I can think of is the N Plus series, where jumping is the point. I really admire that because, once again, you don't see that too often, especially on the indie scene. It's more Metroidvania or puzzle platformers or run and gun platformers.
Or even action platformers where the point is to do platforming and beat enemies.
Right. This game, it's all about the platforming. That's your main item, like platforms.
Yeah, the gimmick of this game, aside from being made entirely of neon, is that your character can. They tell you how many at the beginning of the stage, and one of the options you can turn off on or off a counter above your head, so you can always tell. When you jump, you can press another button to make a platform under yourself, which you can then run with at a steady altitude. It seems like most of the early levels give you 2 platforms.
Some do. Some some will give you 4. Some will give you up to 10.
Yeah, and then
there's a level where you will get 1 platform, and you have to gather extra platforms, from icons.
That's
lovely.
Neat. But yeah, they seem to. A lot of the game depends on that kind of gimmick. There's stuff like there are platforms that phase in and out depending on how far left or right you run. There are platforms that flip being there or not whenever you create a platform, which means you sometimes have to adjust the number of platforms you make in a jump to have the platform you're aiming for be there when you get there.
And there will be platformer upgrades. Like when you beat the first world, you will get a platform that shoots an energy beam down, which you can use to kill enemies.
Which can be useful because the enemies can be kind of a pain, even though they're there to be obstacles rather than to be mortal danger usually.
And there are some mandatory upgrades, and there are some hidden optional ones as well. Like I've opened up the path for that in World 2. It's just I haven't completed it yet because I didn't have enough time. Like, believe me, I wish I had more time with this game because it was exceedingly fun. You know, yeah, it's like exceedingly clever game design, level design. I'm really glad that Demi Monde went with handcrafted levels instead of procedural generation. Because,
Yeah.
you know, as he noted, you wouldn't have gotten this level of craftsmanship and quality and polished with procedural generation. It has its place, but so does actual level design.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And yeah, the main objects besides getting through the stage in one piece there are a lot of things to collect. The thing that there are the most of is there are it's kind of complicated. There are lights hanging from the ceiling. You break the light bulbs with your platform and they make flowers at the top of the wire. And then you collect the flowers.
Yeah, and you want to collect those bits because those are what open up the gate at the end of the world.
And they come in two different colors, and I'm not sure exactly what triggers that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wasn't I think it was related to patterns and how because you actually have to have some timing on breaking the bulbs.
The whole game does have a beat thing going on, so
yeah, this game is a rhythmic. This is also rhythmic, but not in a hey, you've got to jump to the beats of the music. Everything else is moving to the beats of the music.
Yeah, which if you can sync up with that, that's to your benefit. But
right, and that's I think how the flowers spawn because like what Pettyfan just did there. Sometimes the flowers won't show. Like if you've got a dangling bit of the lamp left, you didn't summon a flower. And
you still get credit for it, I'm pretty sure. But
actually, no, you don't. You have to collect. You have to collect the flower bits for it to count. Now,
I got 30 on each stage that I did.
Well, yeah, they give you. Well, it's a lot more lenient on level stage 1 or
okay.
World 1. Yeah, World 2. It's also because you can get bits from enemies when you're able to kill them.
That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, in the other major collectible is that in every stage there are the 8 faces of an octahedron in different colors.
Yeah. I think that's what unlocks the hidden paths. You know, I'm not 100% sure, and
seems like it.
You know, it's like I said, I don't know a lot of what happens in the later stages, but you know, starting in World 2, they start getting clever with the octahedron faces.
Yeah, they're not always on your actual path. You actually have to like explore the stage a bit.
Well, yeah. Moreover, they start actually hiding them. Like, there are these dark spaces that you have to enter, and oh, hey, you found a hidden area. Like,
and some enemies will be carrying them too.
Yes. So you know, things do ramp up as you go along. Like, now, yeah, the visual aesthetic, as you can tell, is very, very neon, very, very dance club. Like once again, if we go back to the interview, the creator of this game actually worked in the dance scene, worked on trance and all that. He's an actual musician in this genre, so it's quite logical that it looks like this. You know, and as far as the music goes, well, I hope you like techno and trance and house music with a European flair.
Yep.
Because that's what you get here.
Yep.
I bet you're surprised.
Yeah. Obviously, it fits the style of the game like a leather glove. You know, it's just, if that's not to your taste, then I don't know why you would purchase this game. You know, kind of wears that on its sleeve.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but then again, I like this kind of music.
Same.
Like, let's see, pricing. Trying to remember, how much did this? Like, was it? Yeah, $12.99. I'm like, that's a bit of an odd.
How many world/stages is it?
I know it's at least 5 worlds. Like, plus that's just getting through everything.
Yeah, 'cause there's a difference between. Also, yeah, we didn't talk about this. It's not so much a speed running thing, but each stage has a counter
Each
of
stage
how
has,
many platforms you've made in that stage, and then at the end of the stage, it shows you a par for an any percent clear and a par for a 100% clear of the stage.
and there are 4 medals you can get in each stage. Those are 2 of them. The others are 100% items, and the other is not dying in a stage. Yeah, so there's a ton of replay value here. It's not just getting through the levels; it's mastering them. It's being able to collect everything. It's not dying, which we could obviously work on.
Yeah, you don't die in 1 hit. You have 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And there are checkpoints in most stages, but
right. I mean, what you're probably gonna want to do is go through the stages normally, just so you can unlock everything, and then go back and collect everything. Proceed to master each level. Although how you want to approach it is, I suppose, your concern at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot to master here. It's not. So, in terms of pricing, I'd say it's perfect value. It's a weird price to me, $13. I'm so used to 10, 15. So, I think this game would be worth it at $15. Let's see. Anything else we need to cover here?
I'm bad at the game.
Yeah, I'm not actually good at this either, but even when you're not good at it, it's still pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm not great at it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's like I'm decent at it. It's just, though, admittedly, I was playing this game with an Xbox 360 controller. Xbox...
play this game with a controller.
Yeah.
See, that meant I had to play the game with an analog stick, so that's not the optimal
True, I guess
here.
a D-pad. I don't have that much problems with 360 D-pad, but I'm weird.
Yeah, I'm like, I've got a new Xbox One controller now. Like it came in, more importantly, the plug and play came in. So I can use this, and it's hopefully not going to break in 3 months like those Amazon Basic models did. Like, and once you've used an Xbox One D-pad, you're never going to want to touch an Xbox 360 D-pad ever again. Like, this controller is a marked improvement over the Xbox 360. And I wish I had been able to use this on that game.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately, it's like even without that, it was still a very enjoyable game. I give it an 8. Like, probably one of the better games I've played this year, in fact. And it provided a nice contrast to the never-ending depression that was the Thin Silence.
Yeah, this game's really upbeat.
So that'll about do it for the Fragments of Silicon reviews. Be sure to tune in the week ahead. No Tuesday interview this week. I got some Mother Day plans on Tuesday, actually. Mother did not want to go out today because she didn't want to deal with the crowds.
That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
So Anyway, I think I mentioned on Wednesday that we were having a bit of a guest issue. That has since been resolved. I'm happy to say that we were going to be having Carrie Shiru of Tiny Build. We are going to be talking about the recently released Switch mature title, Garage. Seemed to be one of the more anticipated indie titles as of late for that platform. Like, admittedly, I have to do a bit more in the way of research. Apologies about that. I tend not to look into things if I don't know if we're going to be doing them definitively, and this only got resolved, a couple days ago. Anyway, and yeah. Until Wednesday, I wish you good gaming.